guys support our team?
Yeah. Okay, make sure my mic is on. Today we're going to talk about the order of operations. There's a little memory acronym that you can use to remember this order, and that acronym is Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. And I like to add left, right, because you need to remember what direction to go, okay? So I want you guys to sing that with me today. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Then go left, right. Okay, one more time. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Left, right. Okay, now let me show you how we're going to use this. The please stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponents or roots. Yesterday we talked about square roots, we talked about cube roots, and we talked about a few fourth roots. So exponents and roots are evenly weighted. Then we have multiplication and division, which are also evenly weighted. So my dear stands for multiplication and dear stands for division. Aunt Sally is standing for addition and subtraction. So this is the hierarchy for the way that you will actually solve your problems. Again, now if there are any parentheses, sometimes you see brackets, or you might see a bracket that looks like this, or like this. Those are treated just like parentheses, okay? Typically you'll see these parentheses, but you might see something that looks like these as well. And you want to go to that first, all right? Then you want to go to any exponents or roots. When I say radicals, I'm talking about square roots, cube roots, fourth roots, anything to a power, like the second power, third power, fourth power. Any of those things need to be done first. Exponents are powers. So you do those first. Then you evaluate from left to right, whichever comes first. So when we say left to right, we mean whichever one of them comes first, you do first. So just like with exponents and square roots and cube roots and any other root, you do whatever comes first in the equation or the expression. So multiplication and division is done the same way. If division comes before the multiplication, you do the division first. If a power comes before a square root, you would do the power first. Then any addition and subtraction from left to right needs to be completed. So you'll do your addition and your subtraction last. Now, why do you think it's very important to know this order? Why is this really important? Anybody got a reason why?
Because if you just do it from right to left, it won't be the right answer.
Yeah, that you'll get differing answers. So if you don't follow these rules, this is a procedure that you have to follow. Otherwise, you'll come up with a totally different answer.
There might be a point in time where you might come up with even a negative answer too.
Yeah, and we'll talk about negative numbers when we study integers,
Yeah.
okay? And we will study them, okay? But right now, I just want you to get the basics of orders of operations. But negative numbers, adults deal with negative numbers all the time. So there's a couple of rules regarding negative numbers that you guys will have to review. So here's a couple of examples. Let's go through some examples to make sure you guys understand how to do it. And here's our first example. Now, you might want to put over on the side, please excuse, which is what I write, P-E. I wrote it on the board here. P-E, then an M-D together and an A-S together, okay? So you might want to write that on the side to help remind you what to do. So, what should I do first?
12 minus 3.
12 minus 3 because it's in the
Parentheses.
parentheses. How much is that?
9.
So I rewrite the problem. That helps me. So I keep the 5, but what I'm going to do first mathematically is the 12 minus 3, and I get 9. Now I'm going to just do 5 plus 9, which is 14. Problem 2, what should I do first? I have 8 minus 3 times 2 plus 7.
3 times 2.
So I need to do the 3 times 2 first. So I'm going to go 8 minus 6, because 3 times 2 is 6.
Plus 7.
Then 7. Then I'm going to subtract the 8 and the 6. I get 2 plus 7. And then 2 plus 7 is 9. So I'm doing it in order from left, right. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Left, right. Okay? What about number 3? What should I do first?
9 plus 4.
9 plus 4, because of the parentheses.
13.
So that's my favorite number, right? 13. So what's 39 divided by 13? 3. Okay? And the last example on this page is, what do I do first?
Take with the parentheses.
Go to parentheses first. So I keep the 10 squared times the 21. I did 20 plus 1 inside the parentheses first.
Then you'll do
And then I do what?
the 10 to the second power.
10 squared is 100, so that's 10 times 10.
Yeah.
Times 21 divided by 7. Then what do I do? Left, right. What do I do next?
Multiplication 100 times 20.
I take 100 times 21. I get 2100 divided by 7. And then what's 2100 divided by 7? No, 300.
300.
You forgot a 0.
Yeah.
7 times.
Okay, hi. Yeah, 7 goes into 2100 300 times. Okay? Any questions on these first 4 examples? Using, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Nope? Okay, let's go on. You guys do this one. Tell me what you get. Try this one on your own. You got 8 overall? Okay. Did everybody get 8? What'd you do first, Curtis?
8 divided by 2.
Okay, and that gives you 4.
10 plus 4, 14 minus 6.
You got 14. And then you subtract 6 and you got 8. Okay, try this next one. That one's easy. What do I do first?
The cube, 10 to the third power.
What's 10 to the third power?
1,000.
So that's 15 times 1,000. And then what is
15,000.
my answer for product? 15,000. So that one was kind of easy.
The parentheses, like if you have like 4 separate parentheses, and then in those parentheses is
You go, if there,
exponents and stuff, that's where I kind of,
yeah, so you focus on the parentheses, then you go inside the parentheses, and then you start with parentheses again if you have another set.
if there's 4 separate equations in parentheses, do you just work from right to left with those?
You always go left, right,
Left,
left,
right,
right.
left.
Okay, that's why I want you to sing that at the end of the please
Okay.
excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So you remember the order. Okay, so what would I get here, you guys?
1 plus 2 is 3. 3 to the second power is not 81.
No, 3 to the second power.
3, I'm sorry, 9. That's my bad.
Okay,
I was thinking cube.
so you get 3 squared,
Yeah.
and then you get 9, and then my answer is,
7?
not 7.
No, 9. You put 9.
No,
Oh,
what's
no, plus.
Four.
Oh, I'm sorry.
4. Are you
5.
okay, man? You sound like you're sleepy. Okay, so what do I do on number 8?
2 times, that's, see, that's.
So that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
64.
Yes.
And that's 64. Write it down. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. You're going to have 2 multiplied by itself 4 times.
Oh, sorry, 16.
16. So actually write down that power if you have struggle with that. And then what's 5 times 16?
Yeah. 80.
Okay, 80. All right. Are there any questions about this page? We had a few more powers to do on this page. But just like we said, you go to the parentheses, then you do the powers or the square roots or the roots next, from left to right. No questions? Hi, you okay? Okay. All right, now I'm giving you a couple of examples that you might see on a GED test format or a Compass test format. And the first problem, let me put up the choices. Do the problem and then tell me whether the correct answer is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5. Try that one, you and your table mate. And tell me what the right answer is.
Just the first one?
Yeah, and we're just going to do the first one first.
Okay.
Number 4?
Number
Okay,
4.
Tally says number 4. Okay. Everybody say number 4? Alrighty. 32 is correct, Tally. Okay, now try number 2. And here are the choices. And tell me if number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 is correct. Remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, left, right, left, right. That's the order of operations and the memory strategy that you should use to remember the process. You having trouble seeing it, honey? No? Can you see? Anybody got an answer yet?
That was weird for some reason.
You haven't gotten one of those yet? Okay.
I thought I did. That's just
Six.
random.
Well,
64, which one is that? Number 3? Okay, does everybody else agree that it's 64?
Maybe you can go over that one. I'm not.
Okay, so what did you do
I did
first?
4 plus 3 first.
Which is 7.
Yeah.
And then you're going to multiply. 7 times 2 is 14.
Oh, yeah, that's where I messed up. Never mind.
Okay.
That's right.
That's all you needed.
I forgot about the parentheses.
Parentheses is
Well,
first.
yeah, well,
But if you have a number and then a parentheses,
Yeah.
that means to
I
multiply.
yeah.
So you have multiplication right here with the 2 and the 7.
So you get 2, 10, 7.
Yeah, so then after you got 2 times 7, that's 14, right?
Yeah. Oh, and then 72 plus 6. is
72 plus
minus
6.
14. Yeah.
Yeah, it's how much?
78 minus 14 is 64.
64.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right?
So everybody see how we got 64? You had to do 4 plus 3 is 7. Then you multiply that by 7 times 2 is 14. So 72 plus 6 is 78 minus 14 is 64. Okay? Let's try another one. Another set. Now this one has more parentheses. Tell me what the right answer is for number 3.
Number 4.
Problem number 4, selection 4, right?
0, yeah.
Because I get 5, and 5 divided by 45 is
9.
9, and 9 minus 9 is
Yeah.
0. 0 is my answer. Okay, let's go ahead and go to 4.
That's 6 squared.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So the problem is 135 minus, in parentheses, 6 to the second power, or 6 squared, plus 21 divided by 3, and all that's in parentheses. And then we have 5 times 2. Okay, so if you guys can't see, you need to come up a little closer. You okay, Constantine?
Right now.
Oh, okay. You already did it? Okay. So tell me what the answer to number 4 is. Ali, did you get it? Nope, you gotta do it again? Okay. Constantine, did you get the answer to number 4 up here? No, not on the paper, up here, sweetie. This one.
Actually, I don't know.
Okay. Everybody has having a little trouble with this one, maybe because there's more numbers, huh? Should you do first?
The 6 squared.
So what is 6 squared?
Must be 6, gotta be 12, right?
6 times 6 is,
Forty.
no, 6 times 6,
Oh.
36. So you have
Oh, wait a minute.
36 plus, what's 21 divided by 3?
Oh.
What did you get for 21 divided by 3?
7.
So 36 plus 7, how much is that? 43. And then you need to go to 5 times 2 is 10.
Yep.
So you're going to get 135 minus 43 plus 10. So what did you come up with?
Say minus 43, right?
Yeah, 135 minus 43 plus 10. What did you get?
Number 3,
102.
102.
102. Okay. All right. So slow down and really think about, especially with those powers. 6 squared does not mean 6 times 2. It means 6 times itself. 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, here's another set. Try these two. Give me the answer to number 5 and then the answer to number 6. And then I'm going to go ahead and let you do your packet, which has 25 questions on it. And you can work with your table mates if you need to. Check your answers, and then you can go ahead and do your pre-test and your post-test. But make sure you get the packet done first.
Number 5.
60? Okay, so what did you do first?
39 divided by 3 is
So 39 divided by 3 is 13.
13.
And then what should I do after that?
17.
No, you should do 13 times 2.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Okay, so that's 26, right?
Plus 17.
13 times 2 is 26 plus 17 is number 4,
Yeah.
43. Okay. Okay? You should get 43. So don't do 17 plus 13. You need to do 13 times 2 first. Then add the 17. Otherwise, you're going to get a different answer.
Like I did, yep.
Okay, so try number 6. On number 6, what should I do first?
2 to the third power.
And what's 2 to the third power? That's 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Okay? It is not 6, it is 8,
And then you'll do 25 divided by 5.
which is 5.
5.
So what's 8 plus 5?
And 5 is 13.
So 92 minus 13 minus 4. How much do you get?
Number 3, 35.
75?
35.
This one here.
Yep.
Okay. 75. Okay? So remember, this is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8, plus 5. Then you take 92 minus, what's 8 plus 5? 13? Minus 4. And you'll get 75. All right, now go to your packets. Well, I don't think I have any other there. Okay. So just remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Left, right, left, right. Write that on the side of your page so that you'll remember the steps. And then double check your work to make sure you did it in the right order. And I have 24 problems for you to do on your packet. Check all your answers. Let me know if you get stuck on one or if you didn't get the same answer. But those of you, if you finished like Constantine did, go ahead and go to your computer and Canvas and do the pre-test and the post-test. Take your time. There's no race. Each one of those is an hour to do, okay? You have an hour to do each one. And of course, let me know if you have questions.
Can you help me with just a little quick, the cubed root?
On the cube roots, yeah.
If I just have a cube root of 512, I'm trying to look at some of my papers. What's the steps to figure that out? Is it just kind of like thinking game?
Well, remember, if you have a cube root, what was your question? A cube root
512.
for 512?
Yeah.
Now, remember, even if you're taking a test, you can write out a cube root list. And I personally know my cube roots that 5 times 5 times 5 is 625. So I know this cube root is going to be less than 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
As a matter of fact, I think it may be 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Times 4 more is how much? 24, no?
64.
64.
64.
Yeah, it would be 64. Oh, that's too low.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is supposed to be 15, isn't it?
Oh, 15 times 15.
It's 15 times
Yeah.
15 times 15. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
let's try 14.
Okay.
What's 14 times 14? I need to make it much bigger, huh? No, 4 times 4 is still going to give me a 6.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, what's going to give me a 2? 3 times 3, 13 and 13 is once. I can't do 13. Oh, but I need to do an extra one, don't I? So if I get a 6 here and then I multiply that 6 by another 4, that's still not going to work.
No. 13?
13 times 15, that'd be 169.
169 times 13 again?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that one. So you see how we're kind of guessing the range first?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking.
And then if it's too high, you go down. If it's
Okay.
too small, you go up. That's how we're doing it.
Okay.
Or you can make your own list. So, Min, are you sure it was 13? Because 3 times 9,
That's 47.
yeah, but we want a 2 on the end.
So that'd be 12 going down 12 then.
I don't think that 13 is going to work. But I know, let's just see. 13's too big.
No, 13's too big.
Okay, so 12 times 12 is 144.
4.
Let's multiply that by 12. See, but that'll give me an 8.
That'll give you 8.
Let's just see what we get. 8, 8, 2, and then 1,
Yeah, 8,
4,
12.
4, 1. See, these are big.
Those are too big.
Yeah, we can't do that one. Let's go even smaller.
We can probably skip. It's not.
What about
10.
36 times, no, 6 would give me 36, 3, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's too small. I keep it being too small.
Okay, let me see here.
I'm gonna make a chart. I think that's the easiest way for me to do it. Let's see, if I did 3 times 3, that would give me 23 to the third is 27. 4 to the third is 64. 5 to the third, what did we say that was? 125?
Yeah.
6 to the third, did we do 6 to the third?
I think so. 6 times 6.
36, 216.
I see what you're
Okay.
saying. Okay.
7 to the third would be, 7 times 7 is 49 times 7. 3 carries 6. 28, 29, 34. Okay, 8 to the third is 64 times 8. Oh, this might be it. 12.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Okay, 32, 48. Yeah, that's it. So it's 8. We were really way too high.
Okay, well, I was thinking the same thing, that you just kind of had to work it out yourself, but I just wanted to.
And even if you have a test, yeah, you could just work it out like that.
Okay.
So we did 3, we did 4, we did 5, we did 6, 7, and 8. And see, that still didn't take that long to do.
So cubed root of 512 is 8.
Yes.
Thank you very much.